President Trump and Secretary Pompeo are either dangerously inept or colossally ignorant and have done enormous damage to U.S. security. In short order, they have turned massive demonstrations in Iran against the Iranian government into massive demonstrations against the United States. Turned demonstrations in Iraq against Iranian influence into demonstrations against United States influence. Mobilized the Iraqi parliament to vote to expel the United States forces from Iraq. Given Iran an excuse to cancel the restraints on their nuclear program that Iran had agreed to and followed for 4 years before the Trump administration broke the agreement. Strengthen the role of Iranian militias in Iraq. Expanding Iranian influence, the exact opposite of our goal of reducing Iran's influence in Iraq. Caused United States forces to set aside their operations against ISIS in order to prepare to defend themselves against attacks by Iran. Placed U.S. forces and assets in the region at greater risk of attack, and most dangerously set in motion an escalation of attacks that could generate a war between the United States and Iran. Now all sane Americans must strive to stop the escalation into war. We must insist on following our U.S. Constitution, which gives Congress, not the President, the power to decide to go to war. Our founders argued that the cost of war in blood and treasure is far too great to be decided by any one person, and they were right. U.S. Senator Jeff Merkley. Thank you.
So, Douglas MacArthur once wrote, "The soldier above all others prays for peace. For it is a soldier who must suffer and bear the deepest wounds of war." I stand before you today as a testament to that. As a combat veteran who returned from Iraq in 2009, I struggled with the wounds of war for many years. And for what? So private corporations could charge military prices for the same automotive parts we get at the auto parts store down the street. My unit in southern Iraq was recognized for uncovering the fact that companies were doing just that, and it's not right. It's not right that my family had to suffer alongside me while I struggled to recover from the wounds of war. It's not right that my oldest son, who was born right before I enlisted, is just a few years away from being old enough to fight in the same exact war. It's not right that I and countless others continue to deal with the effects of this 10 years later by having to fight for health care and benefits through the VA. It's just not right. I'm tired of these endless wars and the lack of proper treatment for our veterans upon returning. Private institutions continue to scam veterans for their GI benefits. Homeless veterans aren't homeless enough for other programs. Women veterans can't get housing that they need when at risk of homelessness. And yet we have people who will never deploy that support sending more troops to the Middle East. Our veterans deserve better.
Yes.
We have one of the highest rates of suicide among vets between 18 and 35. And on any given night, 1,300 veterans struggle with homelessness here in Oregon. That's over 10% of the entire homeless population. We rank as one of the worst states to retire in as a veteran, and we don't even know the state recidivism rate among veterans because counties don't care enough to keep track. That's why I'll continue to advocate for our vets to receive the support that they've earned, and that's why I'm running for representative of House District 25, because our veterans deserve better. They deserve someone who understands the wounds of war, will always advocate for peace, and will support them in getting the support that they need. My name is Romero Navarro, and thank you for supporting our troops.
U.S. Senator Ron Wyden. At my town hall last week here in Salem and my 7 other town halls across our state, I heard from Oregonians concerned about Donald Trump's cavalier use of force in the Middle East and lack of adequate planning in that region. Those Trump actions add up to a combustible combination that's made the Middle East a more dangerous place than it already was just a week ago. The time is now for Congress to ensure this president does not unilaterally plunge our country into war. That's why I have supported a War Powers resolution this week to force a debate and vote in Congress to prevent further escalation of hostilities with Iran. That's why I've introduced a resolution condemning Trump's threats to attack cultural sites in Iran and demanding he refrain from violating the laws of armed conflict. And that's why I've worked with colleagues on a bipartisan resolution making clear to Trump there's no congressional authorization for use of military force against Iran. I opposed the disastrous war in the Middle East in 2003, and I sure as hell won't stand by while Trump drags us into